Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called U.S. Government Telling Travelers the Risk of Being Murdered in Mexico Has Skyrocketed. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's episode on all your social media to help get the word out. Now, let's get started. What we're about to tell you is going to surprise a lot of people. That's because this has been common knowledge for years. And now that the situation has become worse, hopefully more people will finally listen. Will they? Who knows? So here's the news. Avoid going to Mexico. Tourists need to stay away from Mexico at all costs. That's the official U.S. State Department warning. The State Department has released a notice warning U.S. citizens of the risk of violent crime, including possible kidnapping in Mexico, and urging them to exercise precautions if they choose to travel to Mexico. Violent crimes such as homicide, kidnapping, carjacking, and robbery is so widespread and common now in Mexico that the State Department is once again escalating their warning level. Let us translate that for you. This basically means that no one from the embassy will come to rescue you. They won't pay your kidnapping ransom. They won't help you in any way at all. You'll be lucky if they even take your phone calls, given how bad things are now and how busy they are at the embassy dealing with this avalanche of people calling for help. And in case you didn't hear us the first time, when you're robbed by the Mexican police, the U.S. embassy will not help you. The U.S. government will not help you. When you're kidnapped by the cartel, you hear that silence off in the distance? That means nobody's coming to help you. When your rental car gets stolen by the police and you want it back, you should just call the police and ask them how much to get your car back. When someone steals your cell phone and then calls all your friends and relatives and tells them that you've been kidnapped and you'll be killed if your relatives don't wire them a couple of $1,000 in the next few hours, then the U.S. government will do what? Nothing. So why is there so little help coming from the U.S. Embassy for tourists? We have a lot of theories, but we suspect people have a lot of their own theories as well. The State Department has added, the U.S. government has limited ability to provide emergency services to U.S. citizens in many areas of Mexico due to restrictions on travel. The notice outlines restrictions given to U.S. government employees, and it encourages all U.S. citizens to adhere to the same precautions. So, government employees may not travel between cities after dark, may not hail taxis on the streets, and must rely on dispatched vehicles, including app-based services like Uber and regulated taxi stands. The department told citizens to reconsider travel to 7 additional states for the same reasons: Baja California, Chihuahua, Durango, Guanajuato, Jalisco, Morelos, and Sonora. The State Department released a shelter-in-place order in 5 cities located in the state of Baja California last weekend after criminal gangs caused fires, roadblocks, and increased police activity. By the way, when you see a roadblock, it's not like in the U.S. where they're trying to prevent you from driving into a ditch or a road that's been wiped out. In Mexico, when you see a roadblock, you should immediately assume they're going to try to kidnap you in the next 30 seconds. Statistically, that's just the way it is. They're going to try and kidnap you, your family, so be forewarned. Now, transnational criminal organizations compete in the border area to establish narco trafficking and human smuggling routes, and the most recent notice elaborated on the Baja California area. It added that some U.S. citizens have been victims of kidnapping in border cities like Tijuana. So let us translate that for you. When it says some U.S. citizens, that means a lot of U.S. citizens. And it says that when the crime organizations are kidnapping and narco trafficking and involved in human smuggling on the routes, on the border routes in the area, what that means is they're going to try and snatch everybody dumb enough to come into the area, everybody dumb enough not to listen to the warnings. So basically, when you get attacked in Mexico, it's like a criminal IQ test. It's like criminal Darwinism. If you're stupid enough to ignore U.S. warnings about traveling to Mexico because you want to get drunk and party and do whatever else people do when they go to Mexico, that means that your criminal IQ, your intelligence level, is so low that the criminals believe you deserve to get kidnapped, you deserve to get robbed. That's just the way it is. So, if you're one of those highly uninformed tourists that wants to go to Mexico because you saw some travel show on cable that told you how beautiful and nice it was, then you're probably so clueless that it doesn't matter anymore. And that's why many of the authorities are not going to help you. They don't have the resources, and quite frankly, they're really annoyed by the stupidity of tourists who don't listen. If you're a college kid that wants to go to Tijuana to spend the weekend drinking and recovering from violent diarrhea, then good luck with that. If you're stupid enough to do that, then you're probably too stupid to graduate college anyways. So this whole experience may turn into the worst horror movie you've ever seen, or in Mexico, you've ever starred in. Good luck.